Hey VC, this is Luke with Hot Wax and Cool Vinyl. Welcome back. Unless it's the first time you're viewing my channel, then welcome. First off, happy Easter to all those who are celebrating it. Happy Passover to those who celebrate Passover. And to those who don't celebrate either, happy Sunday. And if you don't celebrate Sunday, I got nothing for you guys. So, been a week 3 or 4, I've lost track, of our shelter in place, or our New York pause, as it were. And that's given me a chance to focus on eBay, both listing to sell and to buy. So I got some records to show that I picked up off eBay. I was expecting more to come this week, but shipping has been a little bit delayed, so I only got a handful of what I was expecting, so I'll show the rest next week. But let's start with what I did buy this week. First up, Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell. This is 1980s, the 1980 half-speed remastered pressing. You can see the cover is really just immaculate. It's about as close to as new as you can get. It has a little bit of creasing. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's actually very minor in creasing, and it sounds phenomenal. It comes with the original package and sleeve. The vinyl is everything I was hoping for. And it just sounds absolutely phenomenal. And I was just so, and I got this yesterday, it came yesterday, and I posted a photo of it in the Facebook's YouTube vinyl community page. I was just so pumped to get it. And like I said, sounds absolutely spot perfect. And if you saw any of some of my more recent videos, you know that I'm a big fan of the Bat Out of Hell album. I think it's my top 10 and my top 100. Sure, it's in my top 5. It's just one of those albums that I find from track 1, side 1, all the way through. It's just, as far as I'm concerned, it's just a wonderful listen. There isn't a bad track on the album, so. You know, and as one of my friends said, you'd be hard pressed to find a better opening track than you will on Meatloaf's Bat Out of Hell. And I was also really fortunate. It was just on eBay, and we saw that and this next album I'm at the show, and I made them an offer on both albums, and I was able to get this Bat Out of Hell half-speed remastered for $12, and for $17 I was able to pick up Abbey Road's MOFI album, and this again just really in phenomenal shape. Great cover, again really close to as new on the cover, and it is an early press. The early press, from I remember correctly, and maybe all of them, but according to Discogs, the early press came with this cardboard insert to protect the album itself. Now, again, that's Discogs. I don't really know that much, or maybe all the presses were like that. I don't know. But nonetheless, it's just really a phenomenal sounding album. And outside of, and there's like, you know, realistically, there's no flaws in the album itself. It just really sounds amazing. And I was, like I said, $17 is what it cost me. So I was really fortunate, and I can't, you know, I just really, you know, I bought this, and I bought the half-speed remastered Meatloaf and one other album which hasn't arrived yet from this eBay seller, and I'm hoping that that album arrives in the next day or two so I can show it next week in my next week's video. Aside from that, I was able to pick up ELO's Time, 1980. Again, cover's good. Just a little bit, very, very light ring wear, as you can see. But ELO is one of those bands that is hit or miss for me. They have some albums that I absolutely adore, and other albums that I'm like, okay, there's nothing on this album that is appealing to me. So, but Time was one of those records that just kind of like flows for me, and good album, nice and clean as well, and so I was very, very pleased to get that. And then in conclusion, this is a various artists from an Italian music festival, the Sanremo Music Festival. This is 1968. In Italy, the Sanremo Music Festival is a song contest where they kind of bring everybody on, and it's like a 5-day, a week-long celebration, and these are usually the top 14 songs of the festival. I have from 62 through 73, and I just kind of fill in as I go along when I find them on eBay at a reasonable price point. The music festival itself is kind of cool. It usually attracts some pretty big name stars. I know Peter Gabriel appeared, Genesis has appeared on there, Little Tony in the 60s, and Deep Purple did a stint on it, Aretha Franklin and a lot of the others. So it's been, I think it originated in like 58 or 59. And most of these, on the greatest hits or the top 14 hits, these are all the Italian cuts. But if you get, there's some complete series which have all the artists for all the festivals, and that includes the guest artists, like I said, whether it's, the one I remember when I was living in Italy was the, I guess it was the 82 or 83. Peter Gabriel was doing Shock the Monkey, and he did on stage. So he was a guest that came on. It was a lot of fun to see that, and it was pretty cool overall. So that is it for the records for the week. Again, I want to wish everyone who celebrates a happy Easter, a happy Passover, and if you don't celebrate either, just, have a great, happy Sunday, hopefully. You're all still safe, you're all sound. My good buddy, Tim from DJ High Noon, I was watching one of his videos yesterday, and I think he summed it up probably better than I certainly ever could, and that is, look, these are trying times. Reach out if you just need to have somebody vent. Listen to them. Don't interject. Just be there for each other, and let's try to get through this as best we can, as healthy as we can. And whatever the new normal shakes out to be when this is all said and done is what we'll deal with at that time. But for the time being, have a great week, everyone. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. If you can get out and take a walk and stay a safe distance from everybody, I strongly encourage it. My wife and I try to do that every day when the weather's permissible. Gets us out of the house and allows us to take at least an hour to just decompress and chat, or be alone with your thoughts. Whatever it is that makes you content and a little happy. So, in conclusion, have a great weekend. I'll see you next week. Cheers.